Namaste. My name is Jyotishakti from Jyotishakti and Vidya, and I thought that I would explain to you today about why we do an invocation. So, if you've ever been to any of our meditations or often our kirtans, or if you've ever had an Ignite Spirit Therapy healing, then you would have heard us do an invocation. And so I thought I would just explain that today as to why that happens and to how that changes the energy in the room and in what you're doing. So it's something to take into consideration, and you can use it for lots of different things. So if you have any projects that are coming up, or if you're having a meeting about something, you can always do an invocation at the start of that. And the invocation is there to support you in what you're doing. So it basically calls in the energy that you want help with. So for example, if we're going to do some music, then we would call in the energy of Saraswati, who is the goddess of music and arts. We'd call in her energy to support us with that, and we'd merge with that energy so that we become a vessel of the divine in what we're doing, and it becomes the energy of the divine in the process of the music. And so before meditation we'll do this, so we'll call in all the different energies that we basically want to call in their flavour into the meditation of what we're doing. And we want to call in protection as well, because on the inner plane, it's good to be pure. It's good to have that strong connection with the divine when you're helping other people in meditation, so that energy is strong and it's not your energy that you're giving away. And in healings, it can be really nice to call in the healing energy. So Lord Danvantre, he's a celestial healer. So if you can merge your consciousness with that, then the healing is going to be a lot more profound. So that's just some examples of who you would call in an invocation. And it can be very simple, or you can call in lots of different energies. There's no limit on that. And of course, you would bear in mind who's with you when you're doing the invocation and what their alignment is with their faith as well. So if they really enjoy the Buddhist teachings, then it would be a good idea to call in Buddha to help support with that, with what you're doing with them. But you can just call on healing angels. You can ask for help and assistance from healing angels, love and support and protection from the healing angels, and say, so be it. And that would be a beautiful invocation to do. And an invocation is kind of like a prayer in a way. So you might have heard when Shakti Durga has done some teaching, she says, every thought is a prayer, because we're adding energy into that. And an invocation is a prayer. So it's basically saying, please, beloved divine, please help me with what I'm about to do. Please expand my consciousness and merge my consciousness more with yours. And so we'll always do it before we start anything new. We'll do it if we're meditating. Vidya and I will do it if we're meditating together. We'll do an invocation that connects our energy in together. And it really, you'll notice the more that you do it, the deeper your meditations become. And you'll notice that there's a real beautiful change in the energy of what you're doing. Whereas if you haven't done an invocation, you may notice that the energy is quite frantic, or if everybody's stressed out, rushing around trying to get everything done, and you actually say, no, stop, let's do an invocation, it totally changes the energy in the group and totally changes the energy in the room by doing that. It just settles everything down. So that's why we do an invocation. And as I said, it can be very simple, or it can be, I guess, kind of complex as you like. The only kind of thing you want to be aware of in doing an invocation is that you are calling on enlightened masters, or you're calling on the Devi, you're calling on the divine, and you're not calling on someone that's been in a body but's not enlightened. So your Uncle Joe, for example, who's helped you with math. You don't want to necessarily be calling them in because they're good at math. You would want to more align your consciousness with a great sage or master that is, has that divine purity and that divine light in their chakras, because it can get a bit distorted the messages when you call on other people. So calling on archangels and things like that is a much better idea. But other than that, just go with whatever feels right for you, and see the different energies, feel the different energies, see which resonates with you, what resonates with what you're doing, and what flavour might be the best support for you and what you're doing. Calling on Ganesh is always a good idea. Ganesh removes obstacles, so it's always one that you usually include in there. But whatever makes your heart sing and you resonate with the most. Namaste.